A very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Please switch on the video. So we have seen a German question paper and grasped it tightly in his blood-stained hand. Get the governor. I know. I know where Evans. See, you have to I will read the story now. There is no need of cannot be explained because everything is in suspense, not straight away it is told. So cautiously we have to read. After every page, it will be opened. So it cannot be explained in such a way. Stories like that. So remember, one McClary has gone out. But another McClary, I won't say duplicate. Another McClary is inside, blood stained. He got a injury and he is bleeding from head. And when Stephens returned to the cell, he saw McClary is sitting in the place of Evans. His hand felt along the table, found the German question paper, and grasped it. Here, grasped means held it tightly in his blood-stained hand. Blood-stained hand. Because blood is coming out of his skull and his hand is stained with his hand is stained with filled with blood. And with that hand he took the German question paper and he said, get the governor, call the governor. I know where Evans has gone. So the McClary now, who is in the prison, says that the McClary who has gone out is Evans. I do not know. I don't know. Who is Evans, who is McClary? I don't know. But this McClary says the McClary who had gone out was Evans. Grishma, who had gone out was Evans. And holding the question paper, this McClary says, call the governor. I know where he would be. Let us go and catch him. Almost immediately, sirens were sounding. Vehicle was coming, jeep was coming. Prison officers barked orders. Barked orders means shouted, gave the order in loud voice. Open, 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 come fast, come fast. This is barked orders. Clear now? Puzzled prisoners pushed their way along the corridors. All were in a hurry. So in this hurry, they have pushed the prisoners, those who were in the corridors, to side. A pandemonium is created. Pandemonium is created. A rush is created. A hush is created. A hurry-burry is created. Doors were banged and bolted, banged and locked, and phones were ringing everywhere because the news is now flash. Evans is out. Evans escaped. And within a minute, McCrary, with Jackson and Stephens supporting him to either side, his face now streaked and caked with drying blood, was greeted in the prison yard by the governor, perplexed and grim. So by this time, Jackson and Stephens came over there, carried our McClary to the governor. Clear now? One McClary is gone, and the prison officers were carrying the second McClary to the governor. Irfan, I think we can get the story very well, isn't it? Easily. Irfan gets the news story very well. Okay, so we must get you to hospital immediately. So the police officer said, Evans, nothing. We have to take you to the hospital. You are in casualty. Our prime duty is to take you to the hospital. So Jackson and Stephens try to take our McClary to the hospital. We must get you to hospital immediately. I just don't. You have called the police? Yes. They are on their way. So did you give the information to the police? Yes, they are on the way. But I'm all right. I'm all right. Look, look here. Awkwardly, he opened the German question paper and thrust it before the governor's face. By this time, our McClary took the question paper and showed. Thrust means showed. Thrust means project forward. The meaning is project forward. Here means showed. Here, our McClary took the question paper and showed the governor. See, did you see? Awkwardly, he opened the German question paper and thrust it before the governor's face. It is there. Did you see what I mean? Sir, it is there in the question paper. What do you mean? What I mean? Do you know what I mean? The governor looked down and realized what McClary was trying to tell him. Governor understood. A photocopied sheet had been carefully and cleverly superimposed over the last page of the question paper. You see? You see? The last page of the question paper was empty, blank. In the original question paper, the last page was empty. There was no printing. But what it was done, underline, a photocopied sheet, a Xerox, had been carefully and cleverly superimposed, pasted. Superimposed means pasted. So the last page of the question paper was a pasted paper, double paper. Clear now? Something was written there. You see what they have done, Governor? You see. Mr. Governor, now you see what those people had done. His voice trailed off again. Trailed off, became weak. Trailed off, became weak. As the governor, dredging the layers of long neglected learning, willed himself to translate German text before him. Dredging the layers of long neglected learning. Underline. Dredging the layers of long neglected learning. Dredging means dig and take out. Dig and take out. അടിയനെ തോണ്ടിയെടുക്കുക. Dig and take it out. So here the phrase is here, dredging the layers of long neglected learning. Try to recollect from his past memories. That's the meaning. Right? Elvina, right? Try to recollect from the past memories. That is the meaning of that phrase, dredging the layers of long neglected learning. Trying to recollect from the past knowledge, previous knowledge, with a great difficulty. So the question paper was in which language? The question paper was in which language?
German.
German. So the last page was also pasted there in German. So seeing the German letters, the governor was thinking about his past knowledge. That means he had studied German very many years ago. So he knew basic German. So that was the reason it is said he was dredging out his old German from the back of his brain. He was trying to read. His voice trailed off again as the governor, dredging the layers of long neglected learning, willed himself to translate the German text before him. So a governor tried to translate the German text. Sie sollen dem schon Verabrechen plan genau folgen. Der wichtige Zeitpunkt ist 3 Minuten vor Ende des Examens. Did you understand anything? Femina, did you understand? No. Go and study German and come back. Okay. Okay. If you don't understand, go and study in German and come back. Anila. Okay. If you don't understand, go and study German. You see, siehe sollen dem schon Verabrechen plan genau folgen. Der wichtige Zeitpunkt ist 3 Minuten vor Ende des Examens. Meaning, you must follow the plan. The already something, already made. Something means already made. The vital point in time is 3 minutes before the end of the examination. But don't hit him too hard. Remember, he is a minister. And don't overdo the Scots accent. See, see, this is what is given there at the back of the question paper. You must follow the plan already something, already made. The vital point in time, the vital point in time is 3 minutes before the end of the examination. The important, crucial time is 57, 58, 59 minutes of the exam. Last 3 minutes. By that time, you have to do a lot of work. You have to do a lot of work. It is very crucial. If you are in delay, the plan will be a flop. That is why. Don't hit him too hard. Remember, he is a minister. And don't overdo the Scots accent. When you speak, don't use the Scottish accent because you will be in doubt. That was written at the back of the question paper and pasted there. And it was written in German. This was an instruction to Evans. According to this, in the last 3 minutes, Evans, you see, it is written like that. Evans had to hit McClary and make him sit on the chair. And you have to come out. Clear now? You have to escape. That is the content of that German. Now let us see how it comes. I do not know. It is a detective. If you have any doubt, you can ask our dear, where is he? Irfan Bhai? Hello. He has gone. Yeah, he has gone Wellington to see events. Okay, he will come back. There are certain people like that. Within seconds, they may move to uh, Mars and they will come back. Very busy people. Very busy people. Okay. A fast approaching siren wailed to its crescendo. You see, a fast approaching siren wailed to its crescendo. The great doors of the prison yard were pushed back. Pushed back here means gates opened. Opened. And a white police car squealed to a squealed means stopped. Stop. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. A fast approaching siren wailed to its crescendo. What is the meaning? A siren wailed, a weak sound of the siren. That is siren wailed. These are not much for examination. I just want to introduce you as a usage. A siren wailed. That means when an ambulance is coming from far away, how the sound will be there? Wailing sound, very weak sound, isn't it? But basically that sound was high there. But we hear a weak sound. The same frequency of the sound is approaching. Sound is same, but hearing impact is weak when as the vehicle is approaching, the sound is getting higher. So wailing to crescendo means from weak to stronger. That is the meaning. From weak sound to stronger sound. That means the vehicle was fast approaching. Clear now? Just to understand that usage. So hearing that all the doors were opened, vehicle entered, doors closed. A vehicle stopped there. Detective Superintendent Carter, underline, a new person. Detective Superintendent Muhammad Irfan. Where is he? He has gone and he didn't find. Didn't he find Evans? Okay. His attendance is lost today. So, Detective Superintendent Carter swung himself out of the passenger seat. Out of the passenger seat. What is the other seat? Can you tell me, Karthik? Which is the other seat?
Driver seat.
Driver seat. Driver seat and passenger seat. That means Carter was not driving. Okay. So he came out, saluted the governor. What the hell is happening here, sir? What is going on here? And turning to McCleary, oh Christ, oh my God, who has hit him? Center Devame. Oh, what is this? Heavy bleeding. But McCleary cut across whatever explanation the governor might have given. Our McCleary, Irfan Bhai, kindly switch on the video. I want to talk to you. Where have you gone, Bhai? In search of events? The whole students were searching you. The whole class was in search of you. And you are found missing. Okay. We were afraid. That is why. We were afraid. Okay, okay. And when you go, you tell me and go so that I can tell them. Okay. If I am not found here, they are not worried. If Josie sir is not here on the camera, these people are not worried about. But your picture is not there, your name is not there. So some students began to ask, sir, Irfan has gone. Irfan has gone. Okay. So, but McCleary was not ready to give attention to these governors or superintendents' talk. He told, Elsefield Way, officer, sir, why are you wasting the time? Irfan has gone and he is there in Elsefield. Catch him. If you catch Irfan, you will get Evans. Am I right, Irfan? Irfan knows it. Okay. If you catch Irfan, you will get Evans. Okay, so Elsefield Way, officer, I know where is Evans. He was breathing heavily and leaned for support. Breathing heavily means he could not breathe. Very difficult to breathe. So he leaned for a support. He needed a support against the side of the car. He went to the car and get the support, where the imprint of his hand was left in tarnished crimson. What is tarnished crimson? Sneha? Oh, Sneha. What is the meaning? Tarnished crimson. Crimson. Raina? Tarnished crimson. Anyone can say? Anyone? Color of clotted blood. Blackish blood or brownish blood. That is called tarnished crimson. So the blood was on his hands and fingers. And when he supported himself to the car, the print of his fingers were seen on the car. In bewilderment, in fright, Carter looked to the governor for guidance. What? Take him with you. Dear superintendent, please take McCleary with you. If you think he will be all right. He is the only one who seems to know what is happening. He is the only witness. He is the only witness. Carter opened the back door and helped McCleary inside. Our McCleary is in the police jeep. And within a few seconds, the car leaped away, went out in a spurt of gravel. It went fast. Elsfield Way, McCleary had said. Mr. Superintendent, take the vehicle to Elsfield Way, underline. And there it was, staring up at the governor from the last few lines of the German text. By that time, governor was looking at the German text at the back of the question paper. What was it? From Elsfield Way, drive to the Headington roundabout. That is the direction, underline. So, McCleary, our McCleary, one McCleary has already gone. Now we say our McCleary. Our McCleary, attend very carefully, the twist of the story is coming now. You have to be very cautious. Otherwise, the whole story will be diverted. Our McCleary is now traveling with the superintendent towards Elsfield Way. That is from the question paper. First point is Elsfield Way. You can underline, put number 1. That is the first point. Now the governor is reading the German text. There it is. It is written, from Elsfield Way, drive to the Headington roundabout, underline, to Headington roundabout, number 2. Second point. This is the route. Where, yes, of course, the examinations board was in Elsfield Way, and someone from the board must have been involved in the escape plan from the very beginning. You see, the examination board was in Elsfield Way. So governor thinks that means somebody from the examination board is participating, is helping Evans in this work. The question paper itself, a flop, a pasted, super imprinted question paper. There is a correction slip. The governor turned to Jackson and Stephens. I don't need to tell you what has happened, do I? Hey, foolish fellows, I entrusted the whole work and it has ended in this way. Should I tell you all the things now, foolish? His voice sounded almost calm in its scathing contempt. Scathing contempt. What is hurting dislike? A dislike, strong dislike that hurts somebody. He told them in a lower voice, but that lower voice had a scathing contempt, a dislike. And which one of you, two morons, who is morons? Stupid fellows, foolish fellows. Aditya, are you sleeping? Aditya. Aditya Satya.
No,
Are you
sir.
sleeping? Okay. And
No,
which
sir.
which one of you two morons? Among you two foolish fellows, which one was it who took Evans for a nice little walk to the main gates and waved him goodbye? My foolish friends, among you two, should I ask, who has taken Evans to the gate and said goodbye, goodbye? You are detective inspectors. You are the inspectors of a jail. For how many years you were in touch with the prisoners, and till now, don't you be able to understand the techniques of the prisoners? And you fool moron, you took Evans from the prison cell deviing from there to the main gate of the jail, and you said bye bye. You could not recognize it was Evans. You foolish fellow, you thought that it was McClary. Foolish, stupid, moron. Understood, this is the way. He said, it was me, sir. Stammered Stephenson. Stephenson said, sir, it was me. I am the moron. I am the real moron. Just like you told me, sir, I could have sworn. I promise. You told me over the phone that take him to the main gate. You yourself have told me. Do you remember? Jackson was shouting at the veranda, calling, Stephens, come here, come here. And Stephen said, sir, you yourself told me to take McCleary to the main gate. What? Just like I told you. You say, what the hell it is? What did you say? I told you. When did I tell you? I never told you to take him. You see the twist? Now, governor says he didn't tell Stephens to take McCleary to the gate. When you rang, sir, you telephoned me, sir. Did you forget? Within an hour? And told me, when was that? The governor's voice was whiplash now. Whiplash now. What is the meaning? Whiplash. After getting a whip, how you will say? Irfan, if I give you a very nice slap after keeping some oil on my right palm, and I give you a nice slap on your left cheek, what will you say when you get the slap? Oh, isn't it? That sound is called whiplash. Clear now? That crying sound is called whiplash. The sudden sound that is produced when a person gets a whiplash, a whip. Clear now? That means a painful, troubled sound. That you have to understand like that. A painful, troubled sound. You know, sir, about 20 past 11, just before the end of the examination. At 11:20, you called me and said, you blithering idiot. Very good words are coming there, isn't it? You blithering idiot. You foolish fellow. Meghana, you the moron. You the idiot. How many words you got? Eh? Blithering idiot. It wasn't me who rang you. Don't you know? It was not myself who rang you. Don't you realize? But what was the use? He had used the telephone at that time, but only to try unsuccessfully once more to get through the examination board. So somebody had called in the name of governor. Clear now? He shook his head in growing despair and turned on the senior prison officer. As for you, Jackson, how long have you been pretending you have got a brain? Hey, how long you are thinking that you have a brain? Is it clay in your brain? Is it clay inside? How long you can say you are a brave man, you are an intelligent man? I will tell you something, Jackson. Your skull is empty. Your skull is empty. Absolutely empty. Nothing is there. It was Jackson who had spent 2 hours in Ivan's cell the previous evening. You, the moron, Jackson. Yesterday, 2 hours you were there in the cell with Evans. And it was Jackson who had confidently reported. Jackson had given the real information that there was nothing hidden away there. There was nothing in his cell. Nothing at all. There we stop. The rest we will see tomorrow. Okay. This time. Thank you.